Hello, hello, hello. We're back.
We're back.
All right.
I mean, we did make it out alive because on the last episode, Nana was slightly being murdered by Violet with her very shrill pitched scream. But Nana did live to tell the tale.
Yes.
And we're excited to be back.
Yes. And it was because Nana told Violet that she was leaving the room to let the dogs out. And then Violet realized that Nana had left the room.
Yes, she did not like Nana leaving the room.
No.
So she then therefore screamed at the loudest volume.
She's one of those introverts, which Max is the same, where he doesn't want to interact with you, but he wants to be in the same room.
Yes. Don't leave his orbit.
Right. But don't interact with his orbit.
But don't get in the orbit too close.
Right.
Or think you're going to be talking.
Right.
Okay. Because that's too much.
It's too much.
Just keep orbiting around. Yeah. Vanessa, have you noticed something new in this room?
Did you order us a new sign?
Yes, I did. I thought you'd never ask. So now that, okay, so I think I actually should have probably checked this before we got on camera, but we've been doing really well with the number of downloads and the number of YouTube video views. So thank you guys, like from the bottom of our heart. We thought maybe we get lucky if like 5 people listen. Yeah. And so far, I think we're over 650 total like listens and views when you combine it together.
We're stars.
I mean, I don't want to say that we might get bigger than Justin Timberlake, but we're on the way. We're on the runway. Yeah. Ready to.
Do you think Justin Timberlake, like 90s or now, is more handsome?
Definite 90s. For me.
Oh, really?
I mean, I did not like when he had the super curly hair because I'm just not like that into that. And also he really like dyed the tips of it at the end. So it's kind of like my hair where it's like really dark in some spots, but then the tips, it didn't sit well with me. I was always more of a fan. Now I can't even remember his name. What was the other lead singer of
Lance?
No, not Lance.
JT?
That's Justin Timberlake. This is how long it's been. This is how old I am, but I can't think of his name right now. But
was it the tall one with brown hair?
Yeah, the brown haired one.
Yeah. Do you think I hope he's listening. Do you think he gets that a lot? Where it's like, I can see your face in my head.
I'm probably going to remember the second we move on to another topic.
Right.
And I'll be like, of course. But yeah, it wasn't.
But he probably doesn't care because he's getting all those royalty checks.
Yeah. But
would you care would you care if people remembered your name if you got like a fat royalty check?
No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, but actually I feel like the Hollywood world has gotten so crazy with paparazzi and things like that. I would want to work in the industry, but I would want to be like a B-list actor where I was like, just always played the best friend.
Yeah. But made a lot of money.
But, like you still made a comfortable living, but I don't think I could handle the spotlight of paparazzi and people like just being up in your business. And I don't think I could ever give up going into Target for my, the second that anybody messes with me shopping at Target and having a great time on my shopping adventure, I already go in sometimes because I know a lot of people locally, and sometimes you just don't want, like, you love everybody that you know, but you don't want to interact, you don't want to talk, or you're just looking terrible that day. And so sometimes I'm like,
just hide behind that mask.
I'm kind of glad sometimes that we have to wear masks at Target just for the fact of being like, maybe you don't recognize just this part of me. This part of me, you might not be like, Allie, but I have had people come up to me with the mask on and think I was their friend.
Oh, that's funny.
And then they'll get like midway through the conversation and they're like, oh, I am so sorry. You're not Amanda. And I'm like, nope, but nice to meet you. And
thank you for saying 6 feet away.
And thank you for saying away, but telling me your life story.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody likes to tell life stories at Target.
Well, I do like the sign. The sign looks good.
Thank you. Do you notice? Okay. We have added a lot of social media channels. We are on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, also just added Twitter.
Oh, we did?
Yes, I did. I did add Twitter.
I like Twitter.
We're on there. I'm not actively on there myself, but
I'll tweet,
just in case people want content. And it's a great way to but we do give a lot of behind the scenes things. So if you haven't followed us on some of those channels, we do put unique things, especially on Instagram, because they have their special reels where Vanessa will put hilarious videos of things that the kids are doing, like lining up their Paw Patrol toys in perfect 90-degree angles and all that kind of stuff. So we do have some unique, funny content.
That was pretty funny. So the story goes is that the Paw Patrols were lined up in the middle of the kitchen, and I work from home. So I realized like by 2 p.m., I realized that all day I'd been carefully stepping over these Paw Patrols to get,
because they're on wheels.
Right.
I mean, it's very easy to move one because they are on wheels.
Yeah, they're like little. And I had carefully been stepping over them because I didn't want Violet to yell at me for messing them up.
Did you have to lift your foot so high over that a gust of wind?
I tripped at one point. That's what made me think about it.
Yeah.
I tripped. Yeah. And then I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I could see. I would do the same thing.
So follow us on social media. Thanks for finding the sign.
You're welcome.
I did split that with you, I think.
No. Wait, no, you did. You did. You did split it. You did split it. So thank you.
We're working.
I love you.
Okay. We also have our first, if you're watching on YouTube, our first agenda.
It's an agenda. But we can really stay on topic today. Okay. We don't want to wander too far.
For those of you listening, let me do the sound again.
Check.
Okay. And I checked off the sign.
Yeah.
Okay. So our next topic, number 2, the butter knife.
Okay, let's talk about this. All right, everyone. If you watched the last episode, we mentioned a special contest where you could share literally any of our posts that you thought were interesting and tag 5 friends to watch the show. As far as we can tell, no one did that.
Yeah, as far as we can tell, no one did it.
So good news, bad news. Nobody's won the butter knife.
Oh my God, guess what?
What?
We are the NSYNC person that we can't remember his name of.
Why?
Because nobody shared. We thought people were going to share our post, and then nobody did.
Oh, JT. What's his name? JC. JC Chazé. That's what it was.
That's what this butter knife contest is.
I knew it would come to me eventually.
Well, maybe people will share now.
But anyway, point is, I'm actually kind of glad in some ways because I would like to frame this and put it near the other sign.
Oh my God, yes.
I think it could make like the perfect accent. I'm holding it right now above the sign on the camera, but I just think it goes nice together. You know, apparently no one wanted to win a butter knife that has chipped a bone of a toe and severed a nerve. We get it. So it's been cleaned. It's been cleaned and disinfected. So, but we did come up with something better. Okay. Try to say no to this. And if you're watching on YouTube, we are slowly entering into the screen a grabber. And it's not just any grabber. This grabber is coated. I mean coated,
the whole
Vanessa,
thing. Thank you.
Including the handle in rhinestones.
This was actually a funny story. So Max comes home from lacrosse practice and it was kind of late. It was like maybe like 8:30 he got home. And I'm sitting there bedazzling the grabber, and he just looks at me at the kitchen table and was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "It's for the podcast." And then he was like, "Oh my God, is that the bedazzled grabber?" I said, "Yeah, it is."
Because no bedazzled grabbers exist currently in the wild. So we have our own one of a kind, custom bedazzled, even down to, what do you call this? The holster?
Yeah.
The handle. And we have,
and look at it. I even did it. I even engineered it so you could change it still.
Oh, wow. I mean, this has really been thought out. So now the newest contest is if you share again any post that you liked and tag 5 friends, you'll be entered to win the bedazzled grabber, which we are going to maybe start an Etsy store with items like this. So we think it's probably at least a $30 to $40 value.
Right. And replica butter knives.
They're
going to take off one day.
We might add some stickers in there. Also we added merch to our website. So we now have official Ridiculous Momversations merch.
You can get a good red shirt.
You can get a good red shirt, and you can also get a armed and dangerous with a butter knife on your shirt. Because I think that's hilarious. It's just for people to ask you, is that a butter knife? I think that's worth the conversation piece right there. I bought one. I think I'm the only sale.
I'm going to buy one too.
So we might be the only sales, but we're having fun with it. If there's any t-shirt design that you'd like to see,
yes,
let us know. I did come up with, I think, maybe a good idea the other day, because I saw the other day a definition of the word momversation.
Oh, really?
And it's where you're basically having a conversation with another mom, but interrupted constantly by your children and or other family members, or constantly topic swap.
Oh, wow.
Because you can't get a straight thought in. And I'm like, that is so us.
Without knowing the definition, we really have the definition.
So we might put momversation definition on a shirt.
Oh, that's a good
idea. I think
idea.
everybody can kind of relate to having momversations in their life. Even if you don't have kids, as the older you get, I feel like the more you can't even like stay on a topic.
Oh, I totally agree.
Don't you think?
Oh,
You're just constantly interrupted with things.
Honestly, that's what I miss most about being in the office, is like, it's hard to just interrupt people and like, just kind of like go off into another way on Zoom.
Yeah, that's true. I already told the puppy story about the, bringing the puppy onto the screen and everything, but I was in a meeting this week where we were doing some screen recordings, showing like basically like video footage of a new environment. And as I had this call with 6 of my coworkers and we're starting to screen record, the lawn company shows up on my lawn. And so literally the whole time all you hear is like, the blowing machine. And then the dog, the dogs went off too. And I was like, why is this my life? But that is one of the struggles of working at home. You can't really control your environment. And that includes controlling your lawn service.
Or the animals.
Who all of a sudden had to come from outside with the lawn to inside. And then I had 5 dogs in the house while I'm trying to screen record and act professional. So thank you to my coworkers.
That's awesome.
If you're listening, I appreciate you for bearing with me and listening to dogs. And Frank was on Frank's one of my pugs. He was on a real,
he does.
excited,
like Violet, he gets that shrill.
And he gets this like this like snorting going on, and people were like, is he gonna be okay? And I'm like, that's just how he tells you he's excited.
Remember the vet wanted us to pay like $4,000 to get that fixed?
Yeah, not gonna happen.
And it was like a 25% chance that it would be fixed.
I'm not a gambling woman normally, but definitely not gonna gamble that.
So speaking of animals, the thing I wanted, or that's on the next agenda item, was I wanted to talk about if anyone has, do you have TikTok? I can't decide. If you have TikTok
I downloaded it once and then I got really confused on how to use it. And so
it's like the most user-friendly thing ever, literally.
No, I don't know. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to learn something new. And I think it just hit me at one of those times where I was like, nope, can't take on any new information. Get out of there.
You literally log in and then the videos are there and you just swipe up.
Yeah, but I just don't like going through a bunch of junk to get to one good thing. It's like
there's no junk on there. That's the best part.
No, I don't think so. I equate it to being at like the sale racks at like the outlet mall where it's like 5,000 things that are junk that you never want, and then you might find one thing you like.
No, I'm telling you, TikTok is the best. I love it. I don't care if it's Chinese. I don't care. I mean, it's probably just doing something that's not good, but guess what? It is so entertaining. Every video is amazing. And today,
I like when you send me the videos though. So just
funny.
Keep doing that.
Okay.
That's like how I keep on track.
Well, today, so Max says that I have a problem. He says that I'm addicted.
Oh boy.
And then today I thought maybe it was true because I was going to go take a nap, but then I started TikToking. That's the verb. And I found one that came up and it was about baby tortoises. And then I, for an hour, watched videos about tortoises and how to raise them. Apparently, did you know what some fun facts? Would you like some fun facts?
Yes, I would like some fun facts.
So first of all, tortoises are born super small. Like,
well, I thought really I knew small. That. Don't they grow into the size of their shell or something? Tortoises, or the size of their environment. Like you can have a tortoise in a smaller enclosure and they stay smaller. I think,
or they grow really big.
Totally
I'm not
wrong.
sure.
It might be turtles too. I don't know the difference, but
well, anyway,
yeah,
they are so cute and so little. And then, yes. And then Arizona is actually the only place outside of the Sahara Desert where they can lay their eggs naturally.
But I feel like there's sea turtles that lay eggs everywhere. Is that different than a tortoise?
Well, obviously it's a sea turtle versus tortoise.
Okay. Okay, got me on that one. So you have to have a desert.
Right. But
What if you
anyway,
have a sandbox? That's not close enough?
I don't know, but I
Okay.
watched for an hour, probably more than that, of all of these tortoise videos. And I learned a lot. I saw a lot.
That's like me with the snake guy. How I know so much about snakes now.
Oh, it was great though. And I
feel
really,
like tortoises are more fun to learn about.
I didn't get in a good nap because I had wasted my nap time on TikTok, which happens more often than not. And oh, that reminds me, one of our topics was about being an expert. We should talk about that
Oh yeah.
since we're on the topic of tortoises and being experts in that now.
Okay, so back in the day, I want to say, how many years ago was it now? Probably
7.
about 7, 8 years ago, Vanessa actually lived with us at our house because she was just like graduating college and getting on her feet, and
I was homeless.
she was homeless. And I said, please don't not be homeless. Come over here. So she lived with us, and my husband Brian is a wonderful gentleman, and he definitely has this a very annoying trait about him where he thinks he is an expert in something. And so you'll be talking,
Because he watches a lot of YouTube videos.
he watches a lot of YouTube. He also is like, I think the man should go on Jeopardy or something, because he retains like all of the information that he ever consumes.
Yes.
Whereas for me, it's like something new comes in.
It's like the Rain Man guy.
He's like the Rain Man, but like for me, something new comes in, like something else has to go out.
Yeah.
But for Brian, he retains it all, including and not limited to all 1980s like sitcom jingles, every song he's ever liked. He can like sing the whole thing and know all the lyrics. But he had this really annoying habit of when Vanessa and I would be talking to each other, he would interrupt us and like school us or mansplain to us about something. And it was very obnoxious. And it was about weird things.
Right. And we started keeping a list of the things that he interjected with us. Like, one was wolves.
Yeah. So
toilet seats.
Wolves, toilet seats.
What were some other ones on that list?
Turtles was on that list.
Turtles was on the list.
But it's all random things.
Now I'd like to see me and him go at it.
I know.
Because
Clash of the Titans.
It's only got me in here for so long, so I better do it now. I learned a lot from that. I think it was called the Tortoise Whisper. I think that's what it was. I'm gonna share their link on Instagram.
All right, okay. But it was really funny because he wasn't trying to do it to be annoying.
No,
but whenever he would
just
start
is annoying.
But whenever he would do it and start arguing with us, we'd be like, "Oh, add it to the list."
Yeah,
and he literally had like a printer paper worth of things he was an expert in.
Airplanes, helicopters. But she might be an expert.
But I mean, some of it was weird. Like, how do you become an expert in toilet seats? And the example here is I said that, oh, look, our toilet seat broke. I need to order a new toilet seat. And I go and I'm like, we need the oblong toilet seat. And he's like, no. We have a standard toilet. Nothing in this house is a toilet that's oblong. Definitely not. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I've sat on that toilet and I know it has an oblong shape. But he was like really arguing to the death about the type of toilet shape that was there. And we're like, oh, put it on the list. Brian knows about toilet seats. P.S. He was wrong. I was right. It was oblong.
It was oblong. Yeah. That's funny.
One for Allie. So he doesn't always win the argument.
No, but he thinks we should clarify.
He thinks he's an expert, or he knows somehow more than you about it. But it is pretty funny. We're gonna have to think about more expert items because the whole list is so random.
I wish we still had it.
It'd be so random on things that he would like talk about, and we're like, well, put that on the list too. Yeah.
That's so great. Well, you got your hair done today.
I did get my hair done today. Thank you. I am very happy with it. If you live in the Fleming Island, Florida area, please go see my girl Miranda at the Artist Group Salon because she's killing the hair game. Okay. She also did my friend Jen's hair yesterday. Good. She's a redhead and she is smoking hot.
Yeah.
Smoking hot. So isn't it something like you get a little pep in your step? When you get a fresh haircut.
I found a lady in our neighborhood who will come to your house to cut and dye your hair, or she has a little studio in her house.
Oh, that is nice. I'm jealous for that. That sounds good. But I do like getting out of the house because now we're stuck at home all the time.
Right.
But I feel like that could be very helpful.
Yeah. I couldn't decide. She said, do you want me to come to you or do you want to come to my house? Which our house is just down the block. I chose her house.
Oh, that's nice. Now let's talk about the worst haircuts we've ever had. Because right now our hairs are looking pretty good. I know you got your hair up in this cute little updo. I don't know if you can see, she's got these cute little like side knots. Oh, was that painful?
Yes.
I think you were kind of dramatic about that. But we've had some bad ones.
Yeah, that's actually originally how our relationship ended.
Which true. Okay, so Vanessa and I growing up, I've always loved Vanessa, but apparently she was harboring a very bitter resentment.
Yeah, I can't say it was returned.
For no less than at least 10 years because okay, you tell your version.
Okay, it was 5th grade. Mom let me go to Fantastic Sam's and get my haircut of choice, which was to chop it all off. And I have frizzy curly hair. So it was like at my ears, really no joke. And it did not look well, but I knew it didn't look well after I got it done, but I just had to like really go for it. And I walked into your room and you said, "Oh my God, you look like a boy." That's what you said.
So the thing that's funny about this is I feel like the story changes every time a little bit.
Well, I don't remember exactly what you said. You just said something not nice.
I thought the last time I heard you tell the story, you said, "Do you like it?" And I said, "No."
Oh, that also happened.
But I was only like 15 or something.
I'm not nice 15-year-old. No, you weren't. You were in high school. You were in a senior year.
Oh, okay. So I was 17.
Right.
But I wasn't
Well,
trying
I thought
to
you were
be
my cool
malicious.
older sister and you didn't. And you really hurt my feelings and I cried for a long time.
Let the world know.
It did look terrible.
Let the world know it did not look good.
It did not look good.
And also, I've had way worse hairdos because when I was in the 4th grade, let's put the time machine back to like 1988. Perms were hot. Okay. They were super hot. And I wanted a perm so badly that Aunt Kat,
oh my God, yeah,
gave me an at-home perm. And that's your first mistake. Okay. That's your first mistake. If you're wanting a perm, mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, why would you get an at-home perm? You don't know what you're doing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up looking like what can only be described as a very scary poodle. Very unhappy poodle. And then
what color was your hair?
Well, it was like light brown. My natural color is like a light brown. My hair when it's
a light brown poodle.
So it was a light brown poodle.
Was it long hair or short hair?
Well, it was like shoulder length, which then when you get a perm, looks even worse. But the curls were so tight, corkscrew.
Really?
Oh, it was so bad. And Mom, love you, Mom, but she didn't know anything about like hair gel or anything to like
I just don't think it was a thing.
Tame the frizz. I don't think it was a thing at that time. Definitely not. But there was no taming that frizz. And then I made the mistake again. It's like I didn't learn the lesson in 4th grade. So I made the mistake again in I want to say 7th grade. So if
that's the picture I can remember.
If any of my friends from 7th or 8th grade are listening, thank you for being my friend back then, because I look at photos now and I'm like, why, Allie? Why? But I hit puberty and it's like my entire texture of my hair changed. And so it went from being like straight, because the perm grew out from 4th grade, to then being like really curly. But I don't know why the hairstylist that I went to in South Florida thought, let's add layers. Let's chop it.
That's how I feel about the Fantastic Sam's. I was so mad. Why did that lady let me do that?
No, I don't understand it, but she put it like shoulder length, then added layers, and my hair was curly. So I looked like a mushroom bush. It was so bad.
Brady's hair looked so bad a couple of weeks ago.
Brady, just in case you have not seen Brady in person, he is growing out his hair, which now apparently the kids call it fur. So he's growing out his fur and he refuses to get haircuts now. And now it's like past his ears and very long and
it's looking better.
It's looking better because now we're getting past the awkward phase because now it's so heavy that it's starting to weigh it down. But before it was not. So it's just sitting like scrunched up, like literally.
Oh, it was terrible. He looked like a mushroom. He looked like a mushroom.
This would be him going to school. Yeah. And he'd be like looking at me through one eyeball. Bye, Mom. Like that's how I would say goodbye in the morning. That's how he would say goodbye.
Oh, wait, let's say he still says goodbye in the morning like that, just with a different hair.
Just with hair that's weighted down. Also, one time when I want to say 16, 17, we were getting ready for this National Honor Society awards dinner or awards ceremony, I should say. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get bangs. No, never make a drastic hair decision ever before a big event, and never do the hair at like one of the like super cuts or something.
Right.
That's what I went to. But she cut my bangs, and I swear to you, I swear she must have like weighed it down when she was doing it. But then when my natural, lift came in, she was like, oh, because my bangs were like about 1 inch long. They were this long, like this. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then I had to wear a headband for like a year, till the bangs grew out. So just know that you're never going to see me with bangs again.
Right.
That was a mistake that I will not do again with bangs or perms. I've learned my lesson.
Well, that's what we were going to talk about too, is that are like these kids are saying, what did they say? You're going to be
Oh
old?
my gosh. Yes. There's like 3 things now, apparently, that the teenagers are saying that if you do any of these 3 things.
Oh, it's any?
Yes.
Well, I thought it was a combo.
Oh, I thought it was if you're doing these things, maybe 2 out of 3 or whatever. But anyway, if you do, okay, so let's just say if you do these 3 things,
Okay,
then you're old, quote
Okay.
unquote. And my heart was shattered into 1,000 pieces because I do all 3 of these things.
yeah, that's why I thought it was all 3.
Ugh.
It
Okay,
is all
the
3.
first thing is you are old if you wear skinny jeans.
I love skinny jeans.
That's all I own is skinny jeans. I used to have like some bootcut jeans, but I live in Florida and flip-flops are a thing. And I feel like your foot looks much better with a slimmed calf.
It does. Well, you're
So-
just whole legs, especially if you got a little belly.
Yeah, I'm just trying
Show
to
off your
show those
legs.
gams off. I don't have a lot going on in the middle, but I got a nice ankle and calf.
Yeah,
So that's why I did the skinny jeans, but now they're really into like mom jeans. Like I swear
they look terrible.
the jeans nowadays,
The fashion nowadays looks awful.
acid wash has come back. Ew.
Which I'm fine about the acid.
No,
wash.
I'm not. Not with the way it's like high waisted.
Well, they're adding it to the combo.
Ruffle tops and everything with the waist. and
Max
it's
said
like,
that
who looks good in that?
Max said the popular thing is to use a shoelace as a belt,
What?
which I'm like, you.
Okay, first of all, what waist is small enough for a shoelace? Okay.
What
size shoelace?
That's exactly my comment.
Can you tie 2 shoelaces together and then wear it as a belt? Because then I might be back in the game. That might make it work for me.
That's what Max said.
Wow. Okay, so
So-
item number 1, skinny jeans.
Okay.
Item number 2, do you remember?
Laughing emoji.
Okay, so if you
With the
use
tears.
the crying but smiling emoji, apparently you're old.
But sometimes I do tear up when I laugh.
How do you convey the fact that you are laughing super hard without the crying tear while laughing? But you know what I've started doing just to sock it to those kids? I use the laughing crying emoji that's slightly tilted. And I feel like now I can't be that old because I'm not using the one that's straight up and down. I'm using the tilted one.
I've been using the one without the tears, so it looks just like the other one, but it has no tears.
But I am like crying. I have to like wipe my eye. I'm laughing so hard, but maybe I laugh harder than regular people. I don't know.
Well, I don't send the laughing emoji all the time.
I send it all. I mean, I use it all the time.
I mean, this is my number 1, but
Yeah.
like if I just think something's funny, I'll send a heart. Sorry, a little heart.
That just shows me that you love it though. I wasn't thinking.
Right,
that you
I
thought
love
that
it.
was
I'm not
funny.
laughing at it.
Oh.
Like,
Okay. Okay. And then the third thing, which luckily I'm in compliance today, but you are not. The third thing that if you're doing this, you are old, is if you have a side part.
Ugh.
So if you
Which
are
is not fair to us with those.
I have a
with widow's
center.
peak.
I have a center part. Always have, always will. That's just what my hair does.
Oh.
But I mean, if you can see, if I did this, hold on, I don't even know if I can do it. If I did this side, I'm shifting my hair over to one side.
Just not looking.
If I did this, does that
I
make?
kind of like it?
Oh, actually, yeah. Hold on a second here. Am I missing out on a new look?
Let me see.
What?
I do kinda like
It looks
it.
kind of good. Oh,
Let me see.
what?
Yeah. Oh, it looks nice.
Oh my God. Well, look at me. All right. Well, consider me old then. I give up. I like the side part now. You sold me.
I'm wearing the side part. Oh, somebody didn't silence her phone.
Awkward.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I am always gonna have a side part because I have a widow's peak, and you don't want to see a widow's peak with a straight part. You don't want to see it
because then it would look like crooked or something, right? Would it look like Harry Potter and a lightning bolt going through your scalp?
It just does not look. I don't even know if I could get it to part. It's gonna have to always be on the side or something.
Have you ever considered plucking away the widow's peak like Natalie does?
No.
Natalie had a widow's peak,
No,
and she just takes away that. I'm like, Natalie, I loved your widow's peak.
Well, it's also heritage.
So if you have a widow's peak, please keep it. We love it. What a cute little point. It's like a little smiley.
And it's also
your head.
It's also genetic.
It's genetic. Keep your widow's peak.
Yeah, that's why her and I both have it.
And just do the side part. No big deal. No big deal. All right, what's next on the list?
Okay. Oh, Violet said something funny to me today. So this is a nice pen.
You're welcome.
Let me take this on accident.
You always steal my pens.
Well, if I find a nice pen.
All right. Well, you're not getting this white one. This one's mine. I like this one.
Oh, no. I already have those because I stole another one, but I used it all up.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking today about how being a parent / a mom is 75% fun, 25% not fun. To just remember that during the not fun times that it's 75% mostly fun.
Yeah.
But when you're in the 25%, it doesn't feel like it.
Sometimes the 25% is really, really, really dark.
You gotta get that close for
I did. I was doing it. I don't know if it did a sound effect to it, but I was hoping. I wish I would have like an echo effect or something. But I mean, sometimes the 25% can super suck.
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes to see through the 25% bad moments when you're raising your kids because you just want them to grow into nice humans.
Right.
And, I think oftentimes you have these like expectations and dreams and a vision when you become a mom, and when you're arguing with people about brushing their teeth and eating vegetables or bathing, that's not your vision.
Right.
That was not the vision.
Yeah.
And so you're like, why is it like this?
Right. It's really hard. Like during the 25% time, like you just feel like this isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah. But I was reminding Vanessa today that don't forget that the 25% bad makes that 75% good even more like sweeter, because you realize how like good those times really are. Like if everything was good all the time, it's like you wouldn't necessarily even notice. But when you have those challenges and you overcome them and you have these great peaks, it makes kind of the top of the mountain even a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
So just remember that if you're having a hard week with your kids this week. So any day now, it's going to turn back around. Going to get back to the top of that mountain.
Yes. And that reminds me of a funny story that when we were coming up with this is that Harper's having her surgery on Monday.
Oh, so tell about what's going on with Harper and her surgery a little bit for any of our listeners that aren't familiar.
Oh, so Harper caught 5 respiratory illnesses or viruses at once when she was 6 months old. And so it like overcame her immune system and scarred her lungs. And so
she's only
it's very rare.
A year and a half old. She's not quite 2 yet.
Yeah. And it's so rare that we have had like specialists and different kinds of people come in to review her case because they've never seen all 5 caught at once.
Yeah. And she gets fevers a lot too, like really high fevers, like 104, 105 fevers.
Almost 106.
Yeah.
Actually, I think she has had a 106.
Yeah.
For no reason. So anyway, so she's getting surgery to scope out her lungs, see what's going on.
Get those adenoids.
And then get the adenoids out.
Nipped.
So anyway, this week has just been really hard. It's been the 25% week. She got declined for surgery because it was too risky, but then we fought through that. So now she's approved. And so I'm like thinking about all this, and it's also Dr. Seuss week at school.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the family room and I'm just thinking like all the stuff we have to do for surgery. And Violet goes, Mom.
Dead serious, right?
Yeah,
she says it's dead serious to you.
Yeah. She goes,
very concerned.
I have a question. And I said, okay. And Violet's my 4-year-old, the older one, not the one getting surgery. And I go, okay, well, what's up? And she's like, does the cat really wear the hat?
So she's reading Cat in the Hat.
Because it's Dr. Seuss.
And she gets stuck on the fact that a cat is actually willing to wear a hat. She doesn't know any cats that wear hats, let alone a top hat, Vanessa. Right. That's one really tall hat.
Right.
that they got that cat to wear. So
but
what was your response? How did you explain that cat was?
I think I said, yes, he does. He wears it. Look, he wears it.
And then she just accepted that. She wasn't like, did they give him a treat or?
Yeah, I think she just accepted it. But it did remind me of like, even if you're going through the 25%, sometimes it's not all 25, all 75.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like 25 with a little bit of good sprinkled in. Cause like I was having a really hard day, but like, that's a really funny story that I'll remember for a long
Yeah,
time.
I needed some comic relief.
Right.
So she was really good for that.
Yeah. And does the cat really wear the hat?
Does the cat wear the hat?
Yeah. She was really thinking about it. Does the cat really wear the hat?
Yeah.
So that was pretty
I know my cat wouldn't wear that hat. I can tell you that much. No. I even try to give him a hug and he doesn't want my hugs. But that's why I have 5 dogs. They want the hugs.
Which dog could get to wear the hat?
I actually have had dogs wear hats. Miss Puggy is actually very good about wearing hats. It's because she's so lazy. She doesn't even she can't like reach her paw to get it off her head. So she's just like,
oh my God, that's so funny. I was going to say Puggy or Piper. Piper feels like she would wear
Piper. Okay. Piper, whenever I try to put any like clothing or accessory type items on her, she'll wear it, but then her eyes go really big. Like she's stunned, like, what is happening? And so she just kind of looks at me like, and she looks so incredibly awkward that it's even impossible to get a cute photo. So I don't even try anymore.
Frank just doesn't move. If you put a little hat on Frank, he'll just stand
We
there.
did have a really good Halloween costume for Frank where he was Yoda from Star Wars.
Yes.
And if you've never seen a pug dressed up as Yoda, you are missing out.
Also, when I gave him the little Mexican sombrero.
Oh, the Mexican sombrero. So good.
Did I tell you I found Violet
Was that for Cinco de Mayo?
Yes.
We wore that?
And I found Violet wearing it a few weeks ago.
This little tiny hat.
It's a dog hat.
Did she say anything like Feliz cumpleaños?
No, but she is learning Spanish. And so she keeps asking me how to say stuff in Spanish.
Oh.
And it is so funny because I'll be like, I don't know. And she'll like, what did she say a few days ago? She was like, how do you say, it was a long word. And I was like, I have no idea. She's like, okay, I know what it is. It's I'm like,
actually, sometimes I go out and about and someone will be speaking kind of Spanish. Like there's this one lady at our local McDonald's who is like a sweetheart and she's Spanish and she constantly is saying like this. She's like, hola, here's your order, blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, I try because I did have 6 years of Spanish through middle school and high school.
Really fluent on it.
Well, I understand it better than I can speak it.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll try to like put a little conversation in there, be like, ¿Cómo estás? And I'll be like, adios, hasta luego. But anyway, sometimes I'll say like full sentences and then Aubrey will just look at me like, do you know Spanish? Like she'll look at me like that.
Embarrassed.
No, she's impressed.
Oh, that's funny.
It's hard to impress a teenager, but apparently speaking a little bit of Spanish in a conversation. It's the one lady that I'm talking about specifically in this story is at the McDonald's in Green Cove Springs.
Oh, where you check and to make sure that it's cheese and ketchup only?
I always check at the McDonald's, but yes, but she's not the one I worry about. It's the other McDonald's in Fleming Island. That's not up to snuff over there.
That is a really nice McDonald's in Green Cove.
Yeah, they're so nice. They have the best fries. They're really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if they have fresh or oil or what, but those fries, mwah, delicious. That's a tasty fry. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any good moments this week, the 75%? Or just of recent?
Well, I'm trying to think of any, and all I'm thinking of is bad things. So this must be a 25% week because it's been a little bit of a harder week over here. But every single day, they do something funny.
Yeah,
each one of them.
We need to be better at remembering it.
Yeah, I think I should be more intentional about like writing some of those down. Actually, that's one reason I do like to use Facebook though, because I will put down like funny conversations and things like that. Like the time when Beckett like got his squirt guns out at the toilet and said he was gonna make sure no one came and walked in on him in the toilet, like just funny stuff like that. But yeah, I think this week was a little bit more stressful week. We had a lot of math homework this week.
Ouch.
Which is never good at the Cletus house because
just not a bunch of math people.
very stressful because now in middle school and stuff, it's starting to get hard.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to remember geometry. So yeah, it's scary. And algebra, all those kinds of things. Luckily, Brian handles the math homework, so I'm very grateful for that. I'll handle like English homework, but not the math.
Yep.
No thanks.
That's awesome.
I did also this week try to get Beckett his VPK voucher, but so he's like, pre-kindergarten. And boy, oh boy, do they make that confusing. First of all, they don't even say like just registering for VPK. It's like you have to register and get a voucher for it. And then it's not even called like the county here's name. It's called some other thing, which then has like Episcopal in the name. And I'm like, wait a minute, am I applying for the pre-K at like an Episcopal school?
Is this private pre-K?
Is it private pre-K? Is there an extra fee for that? That's what it really comes down to. That's what
you weren't trying to get the best education. You're trying to get the
I don't want to pay the extra fee.
And is a voucher just a coupon?
And
is this a coupon for VPK?
Yeah, and it's also like very cutthroat out in the world because there's one local church that has a very high rated VPK program, and it's only the beginning of March, my friends, and apparently they're already all full for mid-August.
That's crazy.
But I can get on the waiting list. I don't have time for that. No,
you're going to the B-Range school bucket.
No, going somewhere else. Both Brady and Aubrey went to ODB Kids VPK.
Very nice.
Highly satisfied with it. Shout out to Ashley and Amber and the whole ODB Kids team. Stephanie, if you're listening to, like they're awesome. That's where we're going.
Brady and Aubrey are not the smartest kids I've met.
What? Okay,
but
let's get it.
It may not be ODB's fault.
First of all, Aubrey has like straight A's. And she's also in the advanced, and they're trying to get her into the pre-ACE program because she is so advanced.
I'm just saying.
Brady just doesn't like to apply himself. That's what's going on there. He would rather play video games, but he's very smart. He just doesn't enjoy learning the things he's learning.
Right.
But he does have best report card I think he's ever had ever.
Didn't he have trouble in VPK? Wasn't he always getting in trouble?
Oh, just elementary school in general. That's a whole nother show.
Okay.
What remind me on the next show when you get a phone call from the school phone number in the middle of the day and your children aren't absent. So something ain't right. And I got a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
A lot of conversations on a first name basis with the vice principals.
That's awesome.
Over there at the elementary school. Things like, well, I didn't really mean to choke her. little things
teaser.
Like that. Little teaser. Little things like that.
So I had to register Violet for kindergarten, and I posted this on social media that I tried to pay our neighbor who also has a little girl going in. She said, kindergarten registration's open. And I said,
wait, why do you have to register again if you already had VPK?
That was why I wanted to pay her money. I was like, I've already done this stuff.
So how much did you try to pay your neighbor to register your child?
I got up to $30 and she wouldn't
Wow.
take it. And I told her, I said, Erin, this is not my final number.
Yeah.
I was willing to go to like a lot.
Were you saying to Erin, like, name the number?
Yeah. Because she sent me a list of everything you have to submit.
Is it because
you have to submit like house deeds, tax returns, like
No.
all this stuff.
I'm stressed
And
out
I was
just
like,
thinking about it.
how much do you want?
But didn't you already submit those things for VPK?
I don't think I had to.
Because I had to look up the birth certificate.
Yes, that's one of them.
And I had to send my driver's license to prove I live here just for the VPK. So I don't want to do it again next year. So I hope.
Well, you might have to. Or you can pay me. Because
how much would you pay me to register, Violet?
$100.
I will do it. I will totally do it.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to find the documents, but I'm not going to find the documents for you. You got to come over to my house and find them.
Less. Would have done it for less. 100 sold. I'll do it. I'll get on there. I'll get on the internet registering her up.
I also told Erin, why can you not just put Vanessa as my neighbor? She lives here. Eliana party of 2. That's her daughter's name. What happens if you don't sign up? Can I just show up?
Isn't the address close enough that I don't think you can just show up? But what? Okay, so
I just don't understand why I have to register.
I feel like I'm a pretty organized person. So if I'm having trouble with this, what are the unorganized people doing? How are they making it? Because you can't tell me there aren't people in August that are like, you know what? I better think about getting that school thing
Right.
under wraps.
Right.
And then in August, they're just pure panicking. And you can't tell me they don't let your kid in to school. It's kindergarten. You have to go.
Robin had some sort of funny story where it was like she had to register one of them and she needed their birth certificates, but she had lost all the birth certificates. So she ordered more, lost the ordered more package.
Oh no.
And it was something like that. But anyway, it was quite a funny week of like, Robin, maybe we need to find a safe place.
Brian is still upset about his kindergarten experience because apparently he watched too much Sesame Street growing up and became too good at his letters and numbers that they put him in the advanced reading group in kindergarten. And the reason that he's
an expert at reading.
He's an expert at reading. And the reason he's so upset about it is that was the snack time for everyone else in his kindergarten. But he had to leave the snack time and not eat his cookies or his chips and go to advanced reading.
I feel like they could have let him bring the chips with him.
I feel like he could have had a snack.
They could have let him have those Lays.
Yeah, but he's still upset about it many years later.
Well,
he didn't get
literally like 40 years later.
I liked in kindergarten back in our day, you had AM kindergarten or PM kindergarten. So you only went half of the day. And so I had to go to, I think I had AM kindergarten because I went to a daycare after. And they used to make us take a nap. And I swear the nap seemed like it was 5 hours long. But in retrospect, I bet you it was like 30 minutes.
Don't you wish you could go
back?
But
I was so angry because I would always lay there and I'd be on like my little cot and I'd be like, I am so not tired. I am not tired.
Don't you wish you could go back to your little self and be like, take the naps while you
I
can.
would totally. I'd be like, psst, psst, naps are awesome. And I would literally encourage little me.
Right.
Take all the naps.
Right.
Yeah.
So funny. Oh my God. What a podcast.
It's like, I can't get mad at Beckett now who doesn't want to take a nap because he's just the spitting image.
The timer rang. Gotta go pick up the girls.
Gotta go pick up the girls. All right. Well, we hope everybody enjoyed this episode and
thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. And don't forget,
subscribe, share,
comment, and
follow,
and get this to win. Tag 5 friends and win the
There's not even free shipping.
Grabber. We'll give free shipping. We'll hand deliver it because we're
not they're far away.
We're not. Oh, okay. Well, if you live in like Russia, we do have some listeners in Russia and France and Germany, a couple. Awesome. So if you guys are listening right now, hello. I don't know what the other languages are, but anyway, we love you. And that was pretty exciting to see some people are so far away and still enjoying it.
Awesome.
All right.
See you later, guys.
See you next time. All right. Bye.